Yeah, in this session, we will explore one of the most powerful aspect, institutional filings, and how we can use Thinksabio's analytical tools to uncover market trends. So, on every quarter, large institutions and hedge funds must report their stock holdings to the SEC within 45 days of the quarter end. That's a rule under Form 13F. So these filings reveal where the big money is flowing, which stocks institutions are buying, holding, or selling. They give us a reliable snapshot of current investment trends. So tomorrow, November 14, is the last date to submit the 13F forms to the SEC. So November 15 marks the official release of Q3 data in Thinksabio website. So that makes the perfect time to see how Thinksabio helps us to analyze these filings quickly and effectively. So here, first we move to Thinksabio Dimensions section. So our first focus will be the Thinksabio Dimensions section. So this Thinksabio Dimensions feature contains three unique reports, each offering a different view of institutional behavior. One is quarterly percentage shares change uptrend, and the other one is quarterly price and volume gainers, and the other is quarterly CSAPV gainers, where C stands for count of institutions, S stands for shares, A stands for approx invested value, P stands for price, V stands for volume. Let's understand each one clearly. Like first of all, quarterly percentage share change uptrend. So, I mean, as here the data suggests, like uh, in this report, we list all the stocks where institutional holdings have increased by at least 50% compared with the previous quarter. Yeah, I mean, that's the main, I mean, as we can see, quarterly percentage shares changes surpassing the 50% mark. So that means if an institution held 1 million shares last quarter and now holds 1.5 million shares or more than 1.5 million shares, it qualifies to be in the Thinksabio Diamonds report. Such an increase usually signals strong confidence in that company's future. Let me. Okay, it's quarter three. I mean, like right now, the Q3 data is still uploading, so that can be the reason. Mm. Yeah, so I mean, as name suggests, like, so why does this feature matters? in the sense like when institutions raise their positions sharply, it often hints at upcoming positive performance. This feature provides exact percentage changes so users can spot strong institutional backing quickly. Just
ఎస్పీపీఎఫ్ఐ లాంటి లో వాటి వెనకాల ఏం జరుగుతుంది అనేటువంటి ట్రేస్ చేయండి. తీవ్రవాదం అనేటటువంటిది ఏదైతే ఇదివరకు నక్సలైట్ల విషయంలో గూఢచర్యం ప్లాన్ చేసామో అట్లాగే టెర్రరిజం విషయం.
yeah. Uh, so I mean, as we can see, I mean, as the Q3 data is still loading, we are seeing at the quarter 2 2025 data. So I mean, as name suggests, like this report shows, I mean, this report shows all these features where all the stocks where the percentage holding is increasing by at least 50%. Mm, so like institutions increasing their stake by at least 50% come under this list. So here, I mean, due to this, so I mean, it's like it shows that the institutions are getting more interested at these picks. So, I mean, here we can also have filter sorting options where we can sort according to minimum percentage change in holdings, maximum potential growth. I mean, various parameters based on the strategy. So yeah, this report shows, I mean, this Things Have Your Diamonds report highlights stocks seeing 50% or more than 50% more shares bought by institutions versus the previous quarter, which help the investors uh, to find most important stocks. I mean, out of all. So I mean, yeah, basically it all shows. I mean, here we can see percentage share change. So I mean, if we click on descending order, we can see basically how much percentage, how much shares overall all the institutions is increasing, and we can also see the institutional counts here, like overall how many institutions are invested in this particular stock. Yeah. So I mean, we can see, and if we click, and we click on any symbol here, it will go back to the ISR report. So I mean, in this ISR report, again, we can see the comparison table overall. Okay, what is what and what not. So I mean, it is because like the Q3 data is getting updated till now. I mean, as you know, the entire Q3 data had not came yet. So at now the data is um, not fully applied. So then, apart from this, we also have. So I mean, this is one of the report from Thinksabio Diamonds, and we also have quarterly price and volume gainers. So this second report, quarterly price and volume gainers, track stocks whose average price and average trading volume both rose from one quarter to the next. So again, why is this important? It's important because when price and volume rise together, it suggests momentum and investor interest. Yeah. I mean, as yeah, I mean, as the name suggests here, I mean, we can click here to read what this report is about in a detailed way. Yeah, but it shows where the price and volume are increasing consistently. I mean, this report is a comprehensive review of quarterly price and volume upswings, guiding investors where which shows consistent improvements and potential profitability. Yeah, and again, here too we have filter and sort options where we can apply different filters according to our strategy. And then, so again, it's ideal for momentum traders seeking who are seeking some uh, good performance stock. And then we have quarterly CSA PV gainers. So again, here CSA PV, I mean, as previously said, CSA PV stands for C is count of institutions, S is I mean, S is share set, A is approx invested value, P is stock price, and V is volume, average volume from that quarter. So, I mean, this report highlights the stocks improving in multiple dimensions simultaneously. So, this report gives a comprehensive view of institutional commitment. Like, let's say, a stock where there is more institutions investing, where a large number of shares accumulation by the investors, with a good price increasing on quarter to quarter basis and good volume increasing on quarter to quarter basis. So seeing improvement across all of these metrics, so it builds confidence before taking the decision. So again, at the end, we need to remember not every stock that appears here will actually outperform. Just as, let's say, I mean, just like, let's say, if we go to any market or any, let's say, I mean, if we go to any commerce website and let's say if we need to purchase any mobile phone or anything, so I mean, we still need to inspect each one carefully, but yeah, but such reports overall give filter out and gives and filter out the stocks which have more potential. So I mean, here we again need to research and we need to choose the best among many. So for that, like we always need to combine the technical analysis with fundamental analysis. Like for every company, I mean, if we search what is its revenue, what are its profit, what are its cash flow, what are its ratios, etc., then we get more overview information. Yeah, and again, and additionally, we have uh, quarterly institutions top buys and sells feature. So here it will be available on quarter and quarterly, all institutions and top 25 buys and sells. So I mean, this feature shows where institutional investors are most active. So here the yeah, most active. I mean, it's like where most of the institutions are most active. So, yeah, based on this feature, it shows like it's just like the ranking. Uh, there seems to be some. So I mean, it's just like the ranking. It's like, I mean, just we do. I mean, in a class, who are the top members? So in the similar way, we show
Good
on
morning,
quarter to
ma'am.
quarter basis. Uh,
Good
each
evening.
stock.
బయలుదేరి పోతాను.
వెళ్తూ ఉన్నారా? ఓకే.
Yeah, and so we show which stocks have more potential. So this is quarterly 25 buys and sells, and then we have ultimate report. So here quarterly all institutions ultimate reports. So next comes one of the most insightfuls, the ultimate report. So this report basically shows all stocks where institutions are increasing their stake consistently. So I mean, this report identifies the stocks showing consistent institutional growth across multiple quarters. Again, we can check here up to 12 quarters, like for the last 3 years. So, I mean, institutions and hedge funds, they possess very deep resources and advanced analytics. So, tracking the stocks which they repeatedly accumulate reveals high conviction ideas. So, like just like in an exam, if every student answers for a particular question as option B, we naturally gain the confidence that option B may be correct. So similarly, if everyone chooses something different, we get confused. Similarly, it's like when several strong institutions consistently increasing their holdings, that uniform behavior builds investor confidence. So here we can check where institutions are. I mean, where institutional counts are increasing consistently on quarter to quarter basis. We also check where institutional shares are increasing on quarter to quarter basis. And this is both. It's like where the both institutional shares and the both institutional counts are increasing on quarter to quarter basis. So, I mean, consistent increase in both count of institutions and shares held signals. I mean, it signals very enduring trust and potential long-term growth. This report gives the clearest picture of long-term confidence, but not short-term fluctuations. Uh, so, I mean, at this moment, the Q3 data is still processing. So you will soon see the complete streaks. Again, we can filter out. Let's say, I mean, if I click on six, we can see the stocks where institution counts and institutional shares are consistently increasing from the last 6 quarters. That is these last six stocks. I mean, these three of stocks. So here, finally, it's like all Thinksabio features automatically refresh once the new 13F filings and 13D filings are released by the SEC. Q3 2025 data is being integrated by this weekend. So you will see the latest figures live on the site. Um, yeah, to summarize the discussion, so there are some important reports which determines, I mean, which helps us to know where the big money, where the smart money are getting invested at, where big institutions are getting interested at. So these are the diamonds report, Thinksabio diamonds report, and the other one is and in report section, quarterly top 25 buys and sells in quarterly all institutions. Here we can see top 25 buys and sells. So it tells what are the top 25 buys and top 25 sells of that stock. So again, here new buys indicate emerging opportunities. Again, sell-offs, so it reveal the faith, I mean, it reveal the fading faith. Again, we have ultimate reports here in the same ultimate reports, which shows long-term institutional confidence. So if we combine all this before taking any decision, so hopefully it will be beneficial. So to wrap up, so that's thing, the form 13F filings we have, where in which shows where I mean, which shows where institutions are keeping their money at. So then there are, I mean, we have several features in the Thinksabio website, like Thinksabio diamonds report, ultimate reports, top 25 buys and sells. Particularly these three reports, they shows where institutions are getting more interested in. So, I mean, we can use this for the technical picture. So then verify the fundamentals before investing. So ISR stands for individual statistical report. I mean, as you can see, ISR stands for individual statistical report. Yeah, that's it from my side. Like, if there is anything, if anyone wants to ask, they can.
Arshad, I have a quick question. So, for example, like when we are going through Diamond Report and some of the other alerts that come across, how do we know when the institution bought and how far they may be up already? So we see it obviously after the fact that they've bought and there's an uptrend. But if I want to know when they got in, so I can get in closer to their price point, which gives us a little bit of an edge. How would we find that kind of information?
Yeah, yes, sir. I mean, for that, let's say, I mean, we need to go to some stock. I mean, let's say, I mean, I'm going to ASST. I mean, just earlier we have got some transactions from ASST. So I mean here ASST, let's say, just yesterday we got two transactions. I mean just today we got two transactions where institutions had increasing their stake by these some 100% and 25%. So here they had reported. I mean you can see sir here they had reported on 13th November. So, I mean, here normally for Sec 13 D/G filings, the rule is from the purchase of 10 business days, they need to I mean, they need to file it. So, I mean, as you can see here, date of event which requires filing of this statement. So, it's like some October. I mean, 30 September in the sense 1st October. So it
Okay.
means that, so okay, it means that they had filed it some during some October time. I mean, we can think they had filed it some at the time of some October or something. Yeah, but yeah, then what I can do is, yeah, first of all, I need to see like from how many institutions do the shares are they holding the shares? Okay, this is what I need to know. Let's say, I mean, for example, I need to know this institution. Okay, this institution had increased their stake by 100%. We got this filing on today, but I mean, normally in Sector 13 DBG filings, the rule is they need to publish the data within 10 days. So we may assume like they may had purchased some 2 weeks, 2 weeks earlier. I mean, only this particular filing 2 weeks earlier. So I'm opening the individual statistical report of this institution and I will search ASST. Okay, I will just keep the full quarters. Yes. ST. Okay, okay. So there is no filing. So I mean, in the sense, let's say this institution had purchased the ASST stake so latestly. I mean, it had not filed 13F filings, whereas this is the 13D/G. So I mean, it has some set previous shares. I mean, yeah, for that, I mean, it had not filed the 13F filing, sir. So I'm going to check the 13G. Again, yeah, again, I mean, this company has 92 entries. So, I mean, let's just assume like this company may have bought the stake some prior to 2 quarters or something, or let's assume it had purchased, maybe it may had purchased at the last quarter. So then I will check, sir. So, I mean, here the average price, I mean, as you can see, today the stock is at 1.15.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it may have purchased, I mean, as we had discussed, so it needs to file some before 10 days, or we are already before 10 days. So, it may have purchased somewhere around the same price. I mean, somewhere around the current price. I mean, they may have purchased at below 1 cents or somewhere around the current price. So, okay. So now, okay, if I am entering the ASST stock based on those institutional filings, so okay, I am right. Okay, so I am to entering at the same position as of the institutions, because here I mean here the chart shows like from the 13th October, in the sense from the last 1 month, the stock is trading at only I'm at a similar place. So okay, for this I have no issue. I mean, let's say I will take the example of some large cap CVNA. Yeah. Let's say, I mean, let's say, sir, I mean, let's say this is the
Can I give you
CVNA.
a stock that we were playing around with today in the group, TSSI. I want to see, like,
Yes.
I saw there was a
Okay.
lot of institutional buying, but I don't know
Yeah.
when they got in. So, when they reported earnings, it sold off, horribly.
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir. So I will tell you about it. Yeah, just the same which I want to explain. So this say, yeah, this is the top 10 institutions report for TSSI, and you can
Mhm.
see each of the institution had increased their stake. Let's say LPL Financial, it had increased their stake by 1056%. Nuveen, this had increased their stake by 470%.
Mhm.
So even if I go to 20 budget transactions, okay,
Because
there are
throughout
no
the,
such 20
like, if
budget.
you look at
Yeah,
insiders, they've been selling like crazy, you know? I
yeah,
mean, you have institutional buying, but you have insiders that are selling rapidly.
yeah, yeah, because yeah, but the institutions are there some a month back. So yeah, that's not so. I mean, even if you check here, so let's say, I mean, they had purchased the stake. I mean, now let's say here LPL, I am taking the example of LPL Financial. So it
Okay.
had increased their stake by 1056%. So you
Okay.
need to see they had purchased during Q2 2025. Q2 2025 in the sense, I mean, in the last quarter, it's not a latest quarter, TSSI. So it had got filed at Q2 2025. Here there is a
Mhm.
rule. I mean, we need to remember the rule. Rule is after purchasing, they have 45 days of time to reveal their filings. So I
Okay.
mean, they had purchased it last quarter.
Okay.
I mean, they had revealed this at last quarter, in the sense they may had purchased before some 45 days earlier. So which
Okay.
means they had it, now the stock is at $15. It means Q2, in the sense it's somewhere between April to June, somewhere between April to June. So I mean, even if I think they had entered the stock at this price,
Okay.
so I mean, they had purchased the stock at this price, five.
See, but
I mean, somewhere around $6.
this
Yeah,
kind of information is vital because like after earnings, it dropped all the way to like $7 today.
yeah, yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, so here what happens is, so let's say they had entered at this position $5. So now
Okay.
what happens is, in a quarter, uh, I mean, so even though they are still in the profits, okay, I mean, even though the share fell to $7 today, they are still in
Mhm.
the profits. These institutions, not only that institution, but you can check this institution to entered at Q2 2025,
Mhm.
where Q2 2025, in the sense somewhere in the middle of April, May, June, somewhere in the middle. So again,
Mhm.
to file, they have a time of 45 days. So probably it should be around the time of tariff announcements, where the price is some around some $5 to $7. At this period they had entered. So I mean, now and here what happens is they may book out. I mean, they may had book out today. I mean, these
Yeah, they
institutions
could have
may,
took profit today. Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
They could have
book
booked
out
out.
today, we may not know. I mean, we know about it only after, I mean, some within 45 days, within the next 45 days. So here the intention was, I mean, as suggested, that's the reason, like the institution filings, these give the somewhat, I mean, somewhat confidence. So it's for the confidence. Yeah, but again, yeah, it's for the confidence. Yeah, somehow, sometimes it may not work out because everything. I mean, as I had said it many times, the ultimate thing in the stock market is fundamental analysis. I mean, if the company's revenue is good, if the company's earnings are good, okay, then it's, I mean, that's the ultimate stock. It will definitely rise on one day. So I mean, even though now if you check the news why this stock had fallen, it's because, like, I mean, the profit had decreased by some
Yeah, it was very
40%
bad
when we compared
earnings.
with the
Correct.
previous year, and they had decreased their guidance. Yeah, that's the reason. So I mean, ultimately, that's the most important thing. uh, Revenues. Yeah, so
Okay,
I mean,
then
in the sense, we need to see. So here, the intention, what I'm trying to say is, let's say, I mean, these institution, BlackRock, Vanguard, let's say they are holding their stake by last 4 quarters. So in some stocks, you may see where institutions are holding their stake by from last 13 quarters, some last 12 quarters. So it means that they had purchased these picks when it was trading at very low prices. So I mean, they may have booked out some of their stake already. So now, even though, so it's like they are sitting on the stock with their profits. So
so
here assume like they had purchased the stock. I mean, they had purchased Renaissance Technologies. They had purchased 20,400, and it had increased their stake by 1,79,300. So it means that they had earned some profit from this. So they are investing their profits. I mean, they are not investing the additional capital here. I mean, you can understand the concept.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can
I mean,
understand
I
the
see where you're
logic.
coming from, but
Yeah.
the theoretic, I guess, notion is that where they reported the change, they probably purchased it in the previous quarter since it's a 45-day lag, and then they could have got it at the bottom as opposed to average pricing. So the average pricing might be like 15 across a quarter, but if the stock was all the way at 6, that will get caught in the average pricing.
Yeah.
So I think essentially, like, having the information of when we see that spike in volume or that change in volume and the price trend is when they made the purchase, but then you would have to narrow it down by the amount of shares they purchased to align with the volume increase that day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, so in the essence, the intention is, we need to see. I mean, we need to see it as some confidence. We need to see at some additional support, but not as the sole reason to purchase any stock. I mean, because I mean, again, these things work out because there is one institution called Merck. I mean, stock. It had some taken a stake. I mean, it is some buying CDTX company something, and it had, I mean, it had increased so much, like it had increased some 10% today on the after hours, because like some big company is investing here. Yeah, I will
I guess I would like to see, like, if there's a way where we can incorporate when the trade happens and tie it to the 13G filing,
yeah.
if
So
that
I mean,
makes any
as you can
sense.
see, this is the thing. This stock had rose to almost 50% after hours, because of the news that Merck, the which is the another healthcare company, is buying this stock. So I mean, here the intention is, at the end, let's say, if any big player is getting involved in any stock, if any big institutions are getting involved in any stock, definitely it attracts many investors. So I mean that's for sure. Like it attracts many investors. Just tomorrow, the Nvidia corporation filings are going to release, and I can bet like tomorrow, let's say if there is any new stock where Nvidia is getting involved with, so it will boom. So it will rise to some 10 to 20% tomorrow. So here the intention is at the end, if there are any big players, in the sense many people are getting interested on those picks, but again just because of the sole reason, entering the stock can be risky. That's
So maybe if there's a way to, whenever they file the SG13, is there a way we can actually track down the price that they purchased at as opposed to the average price?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing which I am trying to say, sir. I mean, let's say there are two types of filings. One is 13F and one is 13D by G. If they are filing 13F, they have time of 45 days. I mean, I have find they have time of 45 days. They can file tomorrow, they can file after 1 week, they can file after 1 month, they can file after 45 days. It's up to them. So in the similar way, 13 debug transactions, they have time of last 10 days, 10 business days. So at that time, we just go to price chart and we need to check what, I mean, we just need to
Where the
guess
spike of
what
volume
can be the
was.
price. Yeah, what can be
Yeah,
the
I see.
price at that time. I mean, just now previously, I mean, we had checked for TSSI. So then obviously they may have purchased at the time of tariff announcement where all the stock market had gone to uh, some bloodbath. At that time they may have taken a stake. So in the
So
similar way, just we need to.
I don't know if this is something that you can pull up on TradingView, but I feel like that we are gonna be having a melt up and then we're gonna go down like 2021. Is there a way you can overlap SPY from 2020 to 2021 to the current structure for 24 and 25 and 24?
Yeah, in trading views.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do. Yeah, I mean, let's say, I mean, if you want on higher time frame, then I mean, if you want from higher months, we need to take on some higher time frames.
Yeah, let's go to weekly, monthly, whatever, and we can overlap it with SPY.
Yeah, weekly. Yeah, so this is the data from 21 to 2024.
Can you overlap it with the Qs or something like that?
Okay.
Similar structure, no?
Yeah.
So we could potentially have like a melt up and then around a 20 to 30% correction in 2026.
I mean, I need to overlap this with what?
Overlap it with the Qs, triple
Qs.
Q.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
Qs. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the this has outperformed the SPX. I
And
mean,
if you add VXX or VIX,
yeah. Like, I'm sorry, sir. Like, I'm unable.
you can do, okay, how about SQQQ?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, this has underperformed. It had fallen badly.
So it's the inverse, right? So this looks like it's getting ready for a spike. SQQQ, that's the inverse of the Nasdaq.
Yeah.
Whereas the triple Q is at frothy levels. It's at peak.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, for that, okay, I will check whether it is forming. I will check the EMS. I mean, whether the stock is taking support at any EMA or not. Danny. Yeah, the stock is, yeah, this had taken support at 20
20.
EMA.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, then we need to check the EMS. So here the issue is like, I mean, these EMS are these EMA will act as very strong supports. So what happens is, so even though it comes to reversal, I mean, these act as a very strong resistance levels. So I mean, let's say even if it starts increasing, so at $15, I mean at 15 there is another a strong resistance in the form of 50 EMA. At 17 there is another a strong resistance in the form of 100 EMA. So again, so it's like very, I mean, there are very high resistance levels.
And this typically goes up when the market goes down. So I don't know. I mean, I can obviously we're not future tellers, but it seems like we should have a major correction coming soon.
Yeah. Yes. So I mean, it's like, yeah. I mean, here the intention is, if you see from the 2023, like from the January 2023, this stock is mostly trading below the EMS in self. I mean, mostly trading below the EMS. Again, here the intention is, when it starts uh, breaking each EMA, then it had given a very massive movement. Yeah, but overall, I mean, here again, based on these past patterns, we can understand this. I mean, based on these past patterns, we can understand the same thing here. So, I mean,
Correct.
we can check the same at every EMA it had taken. So, I mean, it's like, it had faced hurdles many times at many places. I mean, it's very difficult for a normal investors. I mean, okay, if they are risk takers, okay, then they can hold it. But you can see, I mean, it had taken hurdles and many times it had tested many times. Finally, when it breaks all the EMS, then it had given a very big moment. So yeah, that's the same thing. Like here, there are many hurdles in the form of EMS. So that needs to be seen.
Overall, like general broad spectrum of the market, do you feel like we have a pullback coming anytime soon?
So no, sir. I mean, it may depends on the next federal policy. I'm so here. What I'm thinking is like, sir, there are two things. One is the surprise thing, and the other one is known thing. So let's say here, I mean, you tell me, here we get such huge spike. So why did we get the huge spike here? Can you able to say?
It was because the market dropped at that time.
No, at this time there was tariff announcement by the Trump. It's the
Oh
exact
yeah, yeah,
time,
yeah,
3
yeah,
April.
yeah. You're right. You're right. That was the tariff
Tariff
announcement.
announcement.
Correct.
Here, what happens
Yeah.
is, the no one knows that the Trump is going to bomb such thing. So at the time, not only the America but the whole world shocks. Whole world gets shocked. So there are, that's we call as a surprising factor. What we call as surprising factor
You're
in the
talking about
sense,
like outliers.
yeah, surprising. But here, for example, again, I had shown you the example of CDTX. It had ran some 50%. Why did it had ran 50%? Because it's a surprise. No one knows that this company is getting acquired by such huge company. So that's we call as surprise factor. But here in the AI bubble case, there is no surprise factor. Everyone knows, okay, the AI bubble is coming. So it's like the market is already slowly absorbing that news. It's already slowly absorbing that news. It's just for the example. Let's say, we know Russia and Ukraine had a very big war. at the first time, when Russia and Ukraine had declared the war, at the time the stock market had crashed badly. But later on, we had listened to many news. I mean, we will listen to many news. Some weekly ones, I will listen to some news like, okay, Russia had bombed somewhere in the Ukraine, Ukraine had bombed somewhere in the Russia, but the stock markets are not reacting to that. So again, I mean, they had some in the same way we had saw about Israel, Palestine, some China, Taiwan, so many things. So here the thing is, market absorbs the news. So it's not a, I mean, let's say if there is any surprising, so I mean, let's say tomorrow someone bombs in the America, so that's a very surprising one. No one had expected that. So at such times you will see very big movement. So let's say, uh, if everyone knows the news, so again then it occurs. So I am thinking there may have, I mean, there may be a moment, there may not be a moment. I mean, no one predicts the stock market, but yeah, here in the AI bubble, there is no surprise factor. It's like everyone knows, and the market is slowly absorbing it too. So later on, even though the AI bubble occurs, the market may not react in a big way because it had already absorbed it. So
I
yeah,
see.
yeah, that's it, Nathan.
So is there any like features that you can go through on the Thinksabio platform? I know that we had something new added where they said you push Control Shift R and that gives you some kind of new update that you guys installed.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, basically, in the Thinksabio website, we have different, I mean, various features, but yeah, but mostly the features which have more potential is this is individual statistical report. This feature shows the overall overview of the stock, what is the insider selling, what are the insider transactions of this particular stock, what are the mutual fund transactions, what are the I mean, how many institutions are newly bought, how many institutions had increased their stake, how many institutions had reduced, how many institutions had sold off their stake. So it's like, what is the average price on quarter to quarter basis, institution count, shares, average volume. So a little overview of what are the company financials. Again, some basic technicals. Okay, like what is the movement from the last 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months. So what is the short interest of the stock? Again, sometimes here sometimes the data may not get updated. Yeah, so, but here the intention is, so it gives the overall some one-way picture. I mean, some one-way picture of the. I mean, before we looking into any stock, okay, it gives us the somewhat confidence about the stock. And then we have some trending stocks reports, AI alerts, in the sense it combines some different features of Thinksabio website. So it alerts where if those features had triggered. So then we have 52-week low reversal. So in this feature, we show those stocks which are reversing from the 52-week low. So I mean, as you can see here, we have a point. I mean, if you can read, you can understand that stocks which have doubled from their 52-week low are increased at least by 50 to 50% from the 50 to 52-week low. So it's like those
When you
stocks.
say increase, is it by price or by volume?
No, price, average price.
Price.
So I mean,
Okay.
the stocks which had hit at the 52-week low, and from the 52-week low, it starts reversing.
Okay.
Yeah, so 52-week low and starts reversing. This is the 52-week low reversal, and then we have short interest data. I mean, let's say if we need to check whether, I mean, some people have some institutions where they are more interested in, like some major institutions, a big level of institutions. So, I mean, if they need to check whether their stock was purchased by those institutions or not, they can check here. Uh, yeah, they can check here, and then we have some daily uptrend, I mean, moving averages based on simple moving averages of each stocks, some daily uptrend, weekly uptrend. I mean, the stocks which are in daily uptrend, which are in daily uptrend, a downtrend, and weekly uptrend and downtrend. And again we can check the individual institution report. So in the similar way, I mean, let's say there is one institution called some Vanguard. So I mean, Vanguard Group. So I mean, if we need to know what these institution filings are, which institutions, I mean, which stocks these institutions had increasing their stake at, or which stocks these institutions are decreasing their stake at, we can check here. Again, now there seems to be some loading issue, but or some network connection. Yeah, there seems to be some loading issue in the website, but here we can check. It's like individual institution report, as the name suggests. It tells where each institution are investing their stake at, and then we have institutional ranking report. So this report tells the top institutions. It's like in the market, in the market there are many institutions, like in the stock market. I mean, if I click on all, I mean, in the stock market, as you can see, at present there are 3,775 active institutions available in the USA market. So it's not that we follow every institutions. So I mean, these are like top institutions. It's like I mean, top institutions in the sense the institutions which had generated more positive returns and very less negative returns. Based on this criteria, this report uh, this report filter out the institutions which have more success rate. So it's like in that way, we have the top institutions list. So we call it as institutional ranking report. So here the intention is, let's say, EAM investors. So if this stock has 96 percentage of success rate in this institution, so I mean, we can check. I mean, we can check this stock more thoroughly of what their holdings are, because their success rate is more high. Yeah, and then again, institution sector allocation report, in the sense, let's say if there is any institution, how much institution, I mean, it's like how much of its stake it's investing in healthcare sector. I mean, how much its stake is investing in different kind of sectors. This report gives the overview. I mean, again, the data is not loading, but you can see, okay, how much percentage the stock is getting invested in each of the sectors. Yeah, and then we have Thinksabio Diamonds report as suggested. Earnings calendar, like ending states of stocks, and then we have top 10 hedge funds, and then we have Sec 13 D by G. Uh, this needs to file within 10 days. If we click on latest report, we can check all the filings that came on today. So, in this, all the filings that came on today, today there are 324 filings which had came up. Yeah, so that's about Sec 13D budget, the similar to mutual funds. Yeah, and that's it. And remaining all some different kind of reports, but yeah, but these are the some things which are very important to look at, like individual statistical report, and things have your dimensions, and yeah, individual some institutional ranking report, And then as name suggested here, ultimate reports, where those stocks will be listed where institutions are increasing their stake consistently on quarter to quarter basis. So yeah, these are some of the reports to look at, sir. Yeah. Again, the data seems to be not loading, but yeah, these are some of the reports to take a look. Yeah, so I mean, if there is anything anyone wants to ask.